So I believe you can see my screen like now. You can see my screen now. Alright, so alright. This is where we are. We were last week. Yes, last week. I think it's not Saturday. Yes. We're on the third slide or the third frame. And but we're on the third frame, basically. We're trying to design something on the third frame. So I'll try to be fast because I want us to create something else aside this particular slide. So I tried to create a profile for your father Rice, and we want to write some things there. So basically, this is just an example class, so I won't be writing much like that. So we are trying to create this page, this particular page here. So the first thing I probably want to do is look for an icon. Well, let's write something first to just make the page full. Let me go to Chrome. After the Rice. Then okay, let's use this. Then I go back to my feed bar, then text. Alright. Trying to make this particular page okay because I want to put something there. So just watch what I'm doing. Alright. The reason I'm putting all these things is because once the user probably comes to this particular page and they want to cite or see a particular meal, then there's a description for them to just see and just read about what they intend to buy. So that is why I just added something there. Then we're going to add the name of the food we are probably selling. So I'm going to come back to text and write Father Rice. Increase the font. So you can decide to change the font to anything you probably want. There are basically lots, let's use this. There are basically lots of fonts you might probably want to use. Alright, then also the price of the meal is 4.5. change the font for this. So please note that this is just a quick design, an example design for us to just see and work with. As you can see that the way I'm moving all these things I'm writing, I'm trying to measure it and making sure it aligns properly to everything I'm doing. So basically I've created a page already. So if I go to prototype, alright, it's there already. So if I play this particular design we have made briefly, then it's going to take us to okay. Alright, so yeah, so if I click on the further picture, it's going to take us to this next page, what the customer is probably going to see of what they want to buy, which is this. So I've created, so you can have multiple pages for each section. You might have pages for the other ones. I think we have jollof rice, so you can have different sections for all those things. So if you'll be creating designs, you are going to definitely need to have a lot, like lots and lots of pages on your workspace. You're going to have a lot of designs on your workspace. Alright, so basically I won't be doing anything more on that one, but I've shown you how you can probably do it. Insert a picture, design what you want to design, and you're good. So I want to create the wallet area that is going to show now, because if I've ordered all these things and I intend to pay, we're going to definitely need like a wallet area where the customer is going to see available balance, the transactions they have probably made so far. They're going to see it, you understand? So like I've always said, you want to create a new layer, you come to your regional tools and I choose on frame iPhone 11 Pro Max. That's going to create another one, but I will be moving this particular one somewhere else down here, because I'm still going to create other things along that one. I just want to put the wallet section in a different place, so that's why I'll be using it. Let's put it here. Alright, so I'm going to zoom out so we can see the page very well. I want to create the wallet area for this. Alright, so I'm sure we know how our wallet area probably will be. So just take a look at the way I'm going to design this one. So you can, when it comes to design, you can implement different type of designs. Like I said, you can copy designs. You can copy designs from Kuda, from UBA, from any banking app you are using, or any app you have probably used over time. Even if it's not a banking app, you can just implement your design to just make your own design probably more nicer. Borrow ideas from different places. So for our wallet area, I will be creating let me see if I can size this. Alright, so the first thing I'll be creating is a rectangle side. Then I'll put it here. And I'm going to come to my corner radius because I don't want the edges to be so straight. So I'm going to let me use 10 so much. Alright, I'm going to leave it like this. Then our color here, the color we have been using since the beginning of our designs. Let me go back to the slide. Yes, the colors I've been using since the beginning has been orange, so I'm going to use that. Then I'm going to come to my text. I'm going to write something on this place. I'm going to write account balance. I hope you can see my screen, please. If you have any question, you can call me back so I can explain. So I'm going to probably change the font. Calibra. Okay, it's there. I'm going to use this. I'm going to make it bold and I'm going to resize it. Alright, I think this is fair. So you can choose to change the color. Depends on probably what you want. Depends on you. So I can probably choose black. So it's going to be more visible to anybody seeing it. So this is it already. I'm trying to create the wallet area. So I'm going to head to Google. I need the Naira sign. I need the Naira sign. So that's what I'm looking for. Alright. So I'm going to go back to my Figma because I need that. I'm going to click on text, then copy and paste Naira sign. Then let's say the person has 15,000 Naira in their account. I'm going to have to resize that. Okay, this is fair. It's good. Then I'm going to place it here. So I won't be changing. I can probably resize. Let's leave it and start. Then I'm going to have two sections again. As you can see, everything we are doing already is coming up. Let's restart. But I can't see the other part yet because I've not prototyped it yet. But if I go back, I'm going to be able to prototype it. But let's create it. So if you have any question, please you can call me back and you can ask me.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poorest part.
Alright, so I'm going to continue. Sorry, I have a cover. I can't pick it. Alright, so the next thing I want to do now is, in your banking app now, if you want to, in any app or any wallet design you probably have, there's something you're going to have add money, transfer money, stuff like that. So we're going to put it in this our particular layer. So I'm going to put it in this particular layer here. So I'm going to have this, create a small rectangle here. Alright, then I'm going to my corner radius, let me use 10. Then I'm going to change the color to, let's make it white. Yes, I think that's fine. Then let me move it here. Alright, it's good like this. So inside that, I'm going to have add money. I'm going to resize that to, I don't know, I think 14 is good. Alright. Is good. So I'm going to have add money, so I can probably still do something here. I can add the plus sign and space out, then move it back. Delete. So that's it. So if the user clicks that particular part, they'll click it so they can add money to their wallet. And also, in case maybe you have more than, probably a user has more than 15,000 naira there, then they can easily withdraw their money. So we are going to have another section. This I'm going to I have to group this one. I remember I think I told us how we can group this message. So that's Control G. So I'm going to duplicate right on that. Alright, so I'm going to group that, then duplicate it because I want to use that somewhere else. Alright, let's end it here. So in this particular area here, I'm going to have something else. I'm going to have send money. You can have anything there. You can have anything there. You can have anything in that particular section there. Whatever you probably choose to have, you can have it there. But for me, I'm going to be having send money there. So we have that already. Then I can probably have one more thing. I go to my icon area and let me look for an icon. It's loading up. I'm looking for an icon. Most times in your app, you're going to have an icon. Well, I'm unable to use that. You're going to have an icon. I don't think we use that now. But you have an icon that you can use on your design. That once you click the icon, it's going to hide your balance. Then click it, it's going to unhide it. But basically, this is the first step of our designs. So you can now have something below it. You can have something below that. You can have recent transactions. We're trying to create the wallet area. So if I go to prototype, let me resize it. Let me fit everything to screen. Okay. Let me click on slide 2. Fit to screen. Let me look for an icon. Alright, I want to look for an icon. Probably have an icon can use. Please, just, if you want to have any question, please just ask me, please. Okay, let me use this one. I can't use this again. Let's try this. I'm looking for an icon I can probably use. Alright, go on, I can hear you, Mr. Dodson.
Sorry, you said there's always the icon for us to use that when we click it, it blurs or hides the value of the maybe the money or something. Is it like that the icon is already configured to do that inside the app, or we have to configure it to do that?
It's going to be configured. You're going to have the eye icon itself and the other one that has a slash icon. Like it's going to be two icons you'll be hiding. Then there's something we call components in. If you check my screen now, my mouse is on something that has like saying create component. So if I want to do something like that, then I have to merge those components together. So once I click, it's going to hide. Once I unclick, it's going to unhide. But that's the part that we call components, and we are not there yet. But once we get there, I'm going to explain all those things to us. Create components. Once I click it, let me undo everything I've done. It's going to merge those things for us together. But I'm going to explain those things to us once we get to. If I want to create a login page for us, then I'll show you how we can use components for all these things. But now I'm looking for. Okay, can I use this? Let me use anyone. Let me use this if it's going to work. Alright. Go to design. Alright, so I can. Our design here was 4035. 35. Alright, so I'm going to change the color to red to white. I'm going to move it here. Let's put it here. Alright. Alright, so if I go to let's fit into screen back. So if I go to my prototype here, and as you can see, and I move this here to this next page, instant. So when I go to let's go back to our page here. Let's restart. So if I remove everything and move and I click this, it takes us to the wallet area. So that's a prototype bit already that once a user clicks that particular section on the app, it takes them to their wallet section here. So that's what I actually did there, because I've been looking for that icon. So you want to continue your design, you come back to design, so the prototype stops exiting. So back to our design. Let's continue creating. Let's continue creating our app. So if any other person has question, you can ask me, then I'll explain. So the next thing you probably want to have on this layer here is going to be recent transactions, because this is our wallet area. Recent transactions. So when it comes to design, it's going to take a lot of time, like a lot of time. It's something you can't do it in a day. You can't do it in a day. You need, like, sometimes you can. It's going to take you like sometimes to create like a month or two to create a particular app, or even 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, depending on the type of app you're trying to build. So it's a lot of work and it requires a lot of time. So we'll be creating this one. I'll be reducing the size to, let's say, yeah. Then let's move it. I think it's we can put it here. Alright. So I can have something else again. Go back to my text. So basically be working with more of text, because you're creating an app. Aside all the rectangle, circle you'll be shaping out in your design, all the other elements you'll be working with text more. So So I'll be doing view more. For example, um, you want to check previous what was it called? Previous transactions that you have made in the past. So you can actually use this to do it. So I'm going to change the color of this one to let's use maybe blue. Okay, then I'm going to make it regular. I'm going to reduce, let's leave the size like that. Then I'll move it upward here to tally with. Alright. Alright, good. So if anybody clicks this place, the view more site, it's going to take them to a different page that will show you the transactions you've had in the past. So that's the section for the view more. So that's the section for the view more. Question. Alright, go on, Tyro. I can't hear you. You probably should type your question in the message area.
Can you hear me?
Alright, it's better now.
Okay, so I said when they click the view more, instead of it's like opening another page, can it just do transaction on the same page, like under the same transaction?
There's always, now look at the page you are designing on. You can see it's no more than this, and clicking view more, let's assume you have you have transactions of 6 months, 12 months. Clicking view more cannot show you all the transaction for 6 months on this only frame here. It has to be extended. It has to be extended. So the only thing this frame will show you is the recent transaction you probably had. Probably 5-6 transactions. But if you now want to see more of those transactions, probably for 5 months, then you now click view more. Then once you click view more, it has to take you to a different page where you probably have to now select the months you're looking for, or the date, how many months you want to go back, probably just for a few days or a few weeks. Then it's not going to, that will be on a different frame, a different section of your page. So you can't do everything. Making it cumbersome on a particular page is not user friendly. I don't know if you understand. It's not user friendly. And don't forget, the only reason you're creating a app or anything is just to make sure the person using it is more convenient and comfortable with what you're using. So the reason many applications die down quickly is because it's been overloaded. The design, the management, the interactive section of the app is not just okay for a user. All right. If you have another question, you can ask. Mr. Taiwo, you have another question? Or can I go on? Does any other person have a question before I proceed? Alright, in the absence of any question, I'm going to have to continue. Alright, so basically, most times, the wallet area is a place where you probably want to put lots and lots of works there. Let me increase. Okay, it's too much. So now basically, we want to add different things here that the user is going to probably see. So I'm going to probably add deposits, money like that. Alright, so let's have something like this. Let me look, see if I can get an icon that I can probably use. That will make sense. Come in. okay. Alright, let me use this. So let me change the color of this to, let me make it red. The reason I want to make it red is because when you transfer money to somebody, then it means your account is red. So I want to denote this color from one down one. Let me reshape it. I think this is okay. Alright. So when anybody logs in and they make transfer, this is what they're going to see. So I can now say deposits. Now, like I said, we'll be using more text. So let me just type something here. Deposits. Let's just do something. So let me reduce the size. Let's probably use this. Move it here. Alright. Then below I'm going to write a different text. Let's say today is February 13, 2024. And let me put time. Let's say 4:19. And let's say 25 seconds. 10 p.m. I'm going to resize this to maybe 10. This is the timestamp of when I made the transfer. It's going to be there. So I can probably resize this. Let me click shift. Interesting. Let's use that for the sake of this. So now I'm adding savings deposits. I made a transfer yesterday, February 12, 2024, and the timestamp. Then how much did I had? Let me use text. So let's say I had it. Okay. Let's say I had it plus 6,500. Let me go back to pick my Naira sign. My Naira sign. Let's say I added 6,500. 6,500 Naira. So because I deposited, I'm going to change the color of this to right. I want it to be something. Yes, this is good. That color is good. Let me increase the size of the money that was added. I hope you can still see what I'm doing. I'm trying to create the wallet site. It's going to take time, so don't get bored. This is how it's going to be once you start making designs by yourself. I'm going to change the color of this one to green also because I deposited. Alright, better this way. So basically, this is me adding, what's it called, adding 6,500 to my wallet. So if I go back to our page here, you can see it has added it already. This is me creating the wallet section. So please, if you have any question, please ask me so that you understand what I'm doing. This is me creating this section of the wallet area. So we've created that, and there's one thing about wallets. I'm going to want to create more of all these things, like more of all these things, and I want it to be very easy, and I want something to probably like make it easy. Okay, now I'm going to let me use line. Should I use line? But let me use rectangle still. Let me use rectangle, and let me start from here. All right. I think this is better. Yeah, let me use still 10. And let me change the color. I think this color is fair. Alright, it's fair. I'm using that line so it's going to make you know, okay, the one on top, it's going to separate each deposit you have probably made. So now in this particular section, I want to group all these things so I can use it. I'll just copy and paste, so I don't have to start typing all these things. It's going to be more stressful. So like I said, I'm going to click on this, click on this, click on this too, click on this, and click on this one. Then Ctrl G, I've grouped it. Then let me duplicate it, and I can now move it downwards. You can see, so it's going to make your work easy and fast. I hope you understand. It's going to make your work easy and fast. So I can still do the same thing here, duplicate it. You can see, and duplicate it, so that you don't have to start stressing yourself doing all these things. So all I can do here is now just to, I can edit it if I want to. So we're good. So I can come here and do savings deposit here for this particular one, and add, let's say I added let's just add anything, 5,000 naira. So I added 5,000 naira. Alright, make sure it's well aligned. So I can say here, change this one, that, let me write transfer. Then change the color of this one to red, because I withdrew my money. No, not that. This. If you have any question, please. Then, because I want to differentiate all these things, I'm going to have to change the color of this one to red. So you're going to know that, okay, I got debited. Then instead of plus sign here, I'm going to use negative sign, because minus that. Then I can do the same thing for this also. For the sake of just the class, I don't want to start adding different type of figures. I'm just going to edit all these things. Yes, and this one too. So you can choose to just play around with all these things. So let's assume, let's say I bought, let's assume you can buy airtime on this app also. So I can just have data /MTN and slash the number. So I'm just going to add any number, 112233 11. So let's say you bought airtime on the app, because probably the app can do a lot of things, and let's say you bought 4,500 naira airtime. change the color of that to red. We are done. Change the color of this one also to red. So basically, if I go back to our wallet, you can see it has added everything. I hope you can see my screen. Do you have any question in regards to? Do you have any question in regards to the wallet area? Please. We have less than 18 minutes. Do you have any question in regards to? All right, go on. Ask.
All right. My question is not about that, but I have a question. So can I go on?
All right, all right, all right. You can ask.
All right. So there are some layers in the app whereby the content is more than the size of the screen. Like maybe it's one app or whereby you keep scrolling up and scrolling. So is it just that it is the same screen?
All right, now,
Let me
okay.
start.
Yeah, I understand what you're
Do you get
saying.
my question?
Yeah, I do. Like,
Okay.
if you're like, for example, Instagram now, once you are scrolling on one particular page and you're not
Yeah.
leaving it, something like that, yes, you can do that on your design also. You just have to extend all those things. For example, now, mm, okay, if I want to extend this thing, okay, let me click on this. Uh, if I want to extend this and say duplicate, it's going to, let me see if I can extend it downwards. Okay, what is that? So there's a way you can do that, that we make all those things like move up, then you see it, and that's the component part of the design that I was talking about. There are ways you I'm going to merge all these things together, that I'm going to be able to like move it up and see it like from down below. But that's the component part. Probably we are going to do that on, when I'm meeting again. I think I'm meeting on, is it Thursday? Yes. I think now I think I've been able to show you how you can open your layers, then create different type of elements on your design. Then probably on Thursday, I'm going to explain the components and how to use components, and how to draw these things on Thursday. How you can, there are sometimes when you want to log in into a page and you are going to see email and address inside a specific box. But once you tap inside the box, it's going to move the email and address on top. So those um, movements of elements I'm going to explain. That's what we use and what we call elements and components. This particular action here, components, because I'm going to merge all those things together and I'm going to use it for me. Okay. So on Thursday we'll be shifting to that place. So I said we should um I said we should, what's it called, make, do an assignment, but I think only one person did it. The person sent me the link to his design. The person sent me the link to his design, but that was the only person that actually,
Me too. I did.
yeah.
You said we should. You said we should snap, or you didn't tell us how to share that day.
No,
So
I
I
like
did that.
just screenshot. I was saying you can either screenshot it or share. If you probably want to share your link with somebody, it's as easy as what is it called? I can view it. I'm coming. I don't want to go to the wrong page. So this is once you come back to the home page and you right click
They
on
say this is a big rich town.
the project, you can just copy link or you can share link, whichever you want to do. Then once you click on copy link, you can paste the link to anybody that wants to probably view it. So that's basically how to share your link on that. So this is basically how we can um, create a wallet section. And I think before some people joined, we had already created the section for once you click up further, it gives you this particular um, zone or something. The other page the customer can see. Then probably on the next one we can create add to cart. Then our payouts where we are going to check out, then pay. So we still have few layers to design, but I'm taking it one after the other so we can learn. UI UX design is a bit stressful and sometimes might be boring, but you need to take it one after the other. As I said, it takes like a month or even more to create designs because you have to start designing from layer to layer to layer, and you have to now start prototyping because once you're done with designing, then you now have to prototype. So on Thursday, I'm going to teach us how to use components, then probably teach us how to create a login page, a sign up page, then check out. Then we're not going to prototype all these things together on Saturday. So if you are unable to finish everything, then we can now probably extend to the following week to like wrap it up for the UI UX class. So does anybody who has a question before we go? I think we have 12 more minutes. Does anybody have a question? Does anybody have a question? Alright. In the absence of any question, um, because I want us to practice, you are free tomorrow, so I want us to practice. I would like us to create a wallet page for ourselves. It doesn't have to be as full as what I did, and if you want to make it this way, then your choice. But just create a wallet page and try to be creative. You might probably not do it this way. I've done it. You can check your apps, check different type of app, and implement their design. Then create something. Then you can now send me a screenshot of it, so I know you are practicing. Because, like I said, if you don't practice, yeah, you have the tendency of you forgetting most of all these things. It's very very high. So the more you practice, the more you get better, and later I think we are going to have for the serious ones, then we can probably have a way to build ourselves portfolios of designs for Figma, so that in case you probably want to apply for any job, they're going to ask you for a portfolio, and in your portfolio at least you need to have at least 4 to 5 designs that you have made by yourself on Figma, and you can easily copy your link and send to somebody to check. So once you see that, okay, fine, you've done something before and they are good, or you give them a step by step of how you like you're grown so far from being a bad designer, then now being a good designer, then you can easily get a job probably as a UI UX intern or a junior UI UX designer, something like that. So building a portfolio is good. This one I'm doing here is like a portfolio on its own already for like a class, aside the ones I already have. So that's how you can develop yourself when it comes to UI UX designer. And if you have been making researches, you know that UI UX designers are needed like virtually everywhere. You can't do without UI UX designers, and most of the UI designers I know are working for more than one company, like, because there are limited people that can do this thing, and there are limited people that can source for jobs for all these things. So that is where we probably come in. Building a portfolio, a strong portfolio, having a good eyesight for design. Then I'll still teach us all those things, how to turn people's design to your own design and using it as your own portfolio while you are even still practicing. So if there's no question, let's try. You can go to your app, to the Figma, and try to create something for yourself. You need any help, you can send me a message. I'm going to reply as fast as I probably can once I see the messages. And if you're going to send me a message, just try to like go straight to the point so I can reply immediately like that. But please, you need to practice. Aside coming to class and learning and staying online and wasting data, you still need to practice on your own. You don't understand anything, you message me and we explain using a voice note. So thank you all for joining the class. If you have any question, you can drop it in the group also, and I'm going to respond to it. You do have a okay. You do have a good night, and we'll see you on Thursday. We'll see you on Thursday. Okay.